What does it mean to be the best? In my mind, that means many things. One, you have to be very playable. You have to be a thing that you can just pick up and play without 20 hours of bullcrap. And you have to be something that stands out from the rest of the crowd. So, this is my top 5 list of the best games that I have on my phone to date. And we're going to start it off with number 5. Jetpack Joyride, or in my opinion, the older Jetpack Joyride before it became a money-sucking hellhole that it is today, back when they had a ton more content than what they do now. Jetpack Joyride, in my opinion, was one of the best games that I have ever played on my phone back when I was younger. There has always been microtransactions, and that's going to be a common theme with these games, is that microtransactions are going to be one of the things that hurt it the most. The microtransactions in this game can go anywhere from $1 up to about $100, unless it's on a season event, which it is now, and it's only like $65 or something like that. Anyways, I haven't been playing this game too much lately, and that's mostly because, yeah, they just removed a lot of content. They removed a lot of the game that I loved. Right now, you can see that I have my DJ berries on, and I got lucky to get those until the last update when they actually added them back. Oh, excuse me. Jesus Christ. Ever since they added back the DJ berries, I have only strictly been using them. I love the original way that the game played. I love the original way that the game sounded. But the DJ berries, when I put those on, oh my god, my entire game changed. I loved it. It was so fun just to throw those on. It made you feel like you were doing something amazing. Now with these new boosts and gadgets that they have, I don't really understand them other than to just basically sap money out of you, because as you're playing the game, you normally don't need this stuff. Back when I was younger, I would play this game for hours and hours and hours, and this was before you had gadgets and boosts and all that stuff. You could just fly around on a jetpack and try to beat your friend's scores. My high score is about somewhere in the 5,000s, almost 6,000s, which isn't that good, but this game will go on forever and ever and ever. It was just probably one of the most amazing things that I've ever seen when I was younger. But ever since they started making this a transaction hellhole, it is just no more fun. It's just not fun anymore. And, I mean, I'll pick it up every once in a while and just play and see how far I can get, but ever since they just started throwing in all this new stuff, like the Sam on screen right now, and like all the gadgets and stuff, it just doesn't seem as much fun to me anymore. Because it's kind of a cheap way. Like, just in the Sam alone, you can be hit 3 times by missiles, and you'll still be going after you get hit. So, why is this number 5? The reason why this is number 5 is because, yes, it is a fun game. Yes, I used to love it, and I still do love it. But it just became a transaction hellhole. It's a transaction hellhole. There's nothing more to say about it. And it's really sad because they had a really great game, but then when they basically deleted everybody's account, got rid of all the content, and basically started everybody back at zero, I was very frustrated. I was like, wow, that's a dick move on their part. But, oh well, they're major corporations. What are you going to do about it? Absolutely nothing. So, anyways, this game is fun. I love it to bits. I would definitely recommend that you go pick it up. Don't spend a single dollar on it, though. I mean, sure, you're not going to get some of the new vehicles or whatever that you can get, but just pick it up, have some fun, and you'll enjoy it. The lottery, the casino way it feels will keep you coming back, because getting those coins is so satisfying, and playing that slot machine at the end is very, very, very fun. Well, I love this game. I hope you guys too. And let's move on to number 4. Tap Titans. This game is basically just another version of Cookie Clicker. Only you feel a lot more powerful in this game than most other games make you feel. Even in RPGs, this game feels more as a RPG than it does an actual just sit and tap game. Because there's always a boss, there's always something more that you can unlock, and you just want to strive to get there. This game is very, very fun. I have played this game a lot since I got it, and there's really not much more for me to say about it. Tap Titans, great game. It has a great multiplayer. If you can find people to play with, just use your multiplayer code and go online and somebody will add you, and you can play with up to 3 people, and it is just a blast. I love Tap Titans. It's so fun. Me and my cousin, we used to play this all the time, and there's just no better way of putting it other than I love this game. Tap Titans has been on my phone for, well, basically since it came out. Since I first got it, back in, like, I think it was 2014 that it came out. It's been on my phone ever since. And, oh, I love this game. And I hope you guys will pick it up. There's not many microtransactions in this game. There are a few, and that's why it's kind of higher on the list. You're basically playing, getting coins, but they have these diamonds that you can get. You can normally get them from the fairies, like the one that's flying around on my screen right now, or you can buy the diamonds, which, yeah, I say is stupid because the diamonds come about as fast as you can spend them. Another great thing about this game is that you can prestige, keep all your progress except for your heroes, and you'll basically start back at level 1, but you'll still have powers that you get from relics. Relics are really a great way to implement, great way to introduce a prestige mechanic. There's really not much more for me to say about this game. So with that, we're gonna move on to number 3.
Beat Stumper.
Beat Stumper. Yes, indeed, it is Beat Stumper. This is a fun little game that I just found on the App Store one day when I was just basically browsing around. I didn't expect much from it. I thought it was just going to be something, oh, you just get in, and it's like a platform jumping game, but is it addicting as hell? Holy crap, is it ever addicting. And the music, when you're playing, is actually relatively good. If you know the channel, you obviously know by now that I love dubstep. And that game just really capitalizes on the way that the mood that the music entails. If you listen to the music right now, I'll shut up here for a minute and just see like what type of world you're in. It's just kind of interesting. Okay, that was me shutting up for a minute. So there's not much to say about this game. There's many different songs. I'm just about to move on to a different song here because I die somewhere around here. Yep, right there. Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting the way that they play it, and you can go through the entire song. They play on loops, obviously, but if you can get to a high score, you can actually be contacted by the company that made this game, and not exactly sure what they'll do, because I never beat the top score, but it's a good challenge. It's a fun little game to just pick up. You don't need internet or anything like that. You can just pick it up and go out and play it. The reason why this one's on the list is because there's no microtransactions. Everything you get, you have to work for. You gotta work for it, and if you don't work for it, you're not gonna get it. So, yeah, Beat Stumper. Great little game, fun to play, and I recommend that you go pick it up. One thing that I do have to say about it is that, you've probably seen it a few times on this playthrough alone, but you can hit those little boxes that shoot you up, but it won't register, which kind of pisses me off quite a bit. But other than that, it's a very forgiving game, and you can do whatever you want. But let's move on to number 2. Oh, sir, the Insult Simulator. How many of you guys saw this one coming? This is a fun game. I love insulting people, and I love making fun of people. This game is normally on the computer, normally not for phones, but the way they ported it over to phone is just incredible. I am actually really amazed at how well they did porting this over. The online mode is also pretty fun if you can ever find somebody to go up against, but usually I just play this against whoever I'm hanging out with or whatever. I mean, there's not much to say about the Insult Simulator. I'm sure you've all seen it by now, thanks to Jack, Mark, Pewdie, and whoever the hell's played it. But it's actually, it's really fun. I enjoy it, and it's a great game, again, to just pick up and play. Just pick up and play without having to go through hours and hours of bullcrap before you can actually play it. So, why isn't this number one? The reason why this isn't number one is because the multiplayer isn't the best. When you are playing online, you'll normally find maybe 1 or 2 people to play against, because this game is very popular on mobile devices. Which is sad, because it's actually a really fun game. I just wish there was like a DLC pack or something like that you can add some very nasty things or like your own comments into it. Oh, that would make it really fun. But you know, they gotta keep the PG-13 rating. That way they can get all the people to buy the game. There's no microtransactions from which I can see. And there's really no ads. I think this game is, I can't remember if it was free or $1, but it's somewhere in there, and it's really fun for what it is. It's such a simplistic game, and yeah, I mean, there's not much more for me to say about it. Insult Simulator, go pick it up. And finally, number 1. Yes, oh yes, I know you all saw this one coming. Pokemon Go. Man, what can I say about Pokemon Go? What an amazing experience for Pokemon fans. People that have been with the series since it first came out, since you had blue, yellow, or even frickin' red. Anyways, so, the reason why this is number 1. It's augmented reality. It's bringing your favorite characters from when you were a kid into the real world. They have a buddy system where you can walk with your Pokemon. And they finally introduced Ditto. Oh my gosh, Ditto. I never ever thought I'd see the day that I actually saw this little guy. And I will pull him up here in just a minute. I was extremely amazed when I found a Ditto. It actually came out of Pidgey and a Rattata. So, you know how that goes. This game is just, I mean, it's simplistic. It's very simplistic, and it's such a simple idea, but they executed it so well, so very well, that it'll just keep you coming back more and more and more and more and more and more. And once they add Gen 2 Pokemon, the lure is going to be even bigger and stronger. And then Gen 3 Pokemon, then Gen 4, then Gen 5, then Gen 6, and then Gen 563,652. I don't know. They're going to add a lot. They're going to add a lot of Pokemon to this game. And it's kind of sad. I wish they would have more rural support, more like the woods area, where like if you're walking through the woods, there should be like a Stantler in the woods, or like a Pidgey up in the tree, or something like that, rather than just have all these Pokemon around the town. Because I think it'd be really cool to find some like Stantlers or anything else that's related to Pokemon, like Pikachu running around out in the woods when you're just walking randomly through the woods in a very unpopular area. They finally fixed the tracking system. I'm not too keen on the new tracking system because it shows you exactly where they are around a Pokestop, and they don't show Pokemon that are within your area that aren't by a Pokestop. So if you're walking around where there's no Pokestops, you're never going to see anything on your close by list, even though there are things close by, which sucks. But whatever. What are you going to do about it? Keep with the game for now, and sooner or later they might release a few new patches, a few new notes here and there, and maybe we will get the game that we all truly wanted someday. I mean, I probably pump about $5 into this game every week, and I'm sure you guys have too. Well, this has been my top 5 list. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys agree. If you have any comments or questions, leave them in the description below.